Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, and this episode is the we've done transfer. This is the regen searching, how I do it, and actually going through, looking through some of the players we can find, our intake, how I go about it. I'm flicking through my fingers, but I can't remember half the stuff I was going to say, so we'll just sort of get into it. And I've not got my glasses on, so it's probably going to help me reading this if I put them on. So let's actually get into this, and I'll show you what we've had come in, which is actually a really good section of players. We've had 4 players come with at least 4-star potential, up to 5. So I'll quickly flick through these. First one being Musa Kouakou, centre defender, potential to be one of the best players at the club. Looks pretty decent, to be honest. Tackling definitely go up. You'll see they've all got bid. I've automatically, as soon as I see a player that in my team that comes in, I just put them on a contract. I don't bother waiting until you get the option to sign recommended players. I don't bother with that. I just give it straight to them straight away. Same with heading, that can go up, but looks to me to be pretty decent. I'll leave Joas Fluer to the end because he's the one I'm most excited about. Yorick Chanters looks pretty decent again. Not too bad. Definitely could do with improving determination. Definitely look to tutor him somewhere. And Asuma Kamara looks decent as well. Potential excellent, or potential is excellent. Determination excellent. Player's good. It's a right winger, so I'll probably end up training him more in the centre. But we'll see. I might even just train him a bit and sell him. You never know. And the one I'm mainly interested in is Horace Fleur. Doesn't look the best. Determination definitely go up, but he had the tag of best player in his generation, or possibly best player in generation. If we find where it is, yeah, it looks as if possibly could emerge as one of the best players of his generation. So that's always good when I see that. I'm always excited when I see that, especially when they're in my team. 15, time that to a contract, get him tutored. Good, he can definitely drop back into centre midfield, and definitely going to be training him as a shadow striker, which is a point which I can't do till he signs the contract, so we'll sort that out in a minute. We're not going to look at results from the last game. I'll do that in the next episode. We are going to play the Bordeaux game and the Barcelona game, so we'll do this episode. This is a sole episode on just regen hunting, how I do it, what I look for, and the way I go about it personally. So there's the normal ways you do it is just go world transfers and youth intake. Apparently in February there's none in the world. Don't know why. All nations. That probably helps if I click all nations. Okay, why is that not showing anyone? Okay, normally that's the way you do it. What's going on here? Let's go to Europe and do their transfers and youth intake. Yeah, Europe's working. Apparently the world one isn't at the minute. Whether that's a bug, I don't know. But normally you find it on there. Like, you just basically flick through. There's tons of players. I don't use this screen, to be honest. Often I will go through all these teams, but I won't use this screen to do it. Like, you can go all the way down. You got so many different teams and leagues and teams from different leagues in here, but luckily you've got the filter. You can flick through any that you want and do Armenia, England, they're not in yet, I know that. Holland, they're not in. Quite a few that aren't in yet, so you can just narrow it down to like France if you want. So there's all the French teams are in. Actually, is anyone else actually in other than France? Apparently not. Oh, Poland's in. Oh, look at them. We can look at them. The way I personally, like, you can just flick through, just sort of hover over and see what they got, sort of thing. You can do it that way. You've got the other way of searching in the actual search bar. You can get rid of that. You can put a max mage on. Is at most like 15, and that'll basically just be everyone there. As long as you got, if it's your nation, you've got scout from that nation, you'll see pretty much everything you need to know anyway. Like that, you can just up it like 16 and you'll get the one slightly older. this one, Argentina, because I'm scouting Argentina, or will be scouting Argentina. He brings them up into our list, so I can see him. So in Senegal, he's at Lyon anyway, so it makes no difference there in terms of where he's from. That's the other way of doing it. The way I personally go about doing it is by going, like, we've just had our intake, so I know France has everyone in, so I just go to the alphabetically, mainly transfer history, youth. It tells you each player that's come in from their youth team, so I'll just go through each player this way, and I'll just go to different leagues and then just start alphabetically and just work my way down the list until I get back to the start. Then I'll go to a different league. So, like, yeah, I'll just go through each sort of player, like, flicking through. I know Angers probably won't have any great players. You can sort of see what they've got. Probably no one really to look at here, so I'll just skip to the next team. Monaco probably will have someone decent somewhere in this list, but whether they'll sign is a different story. But no, not what I was looking for. When I sort of scout, I base on value. Like, you got the value and sort of an overall sort of idea on the stats. If it's someone that sort of jumps out to me, like if it's a defender, like attacking, marking, heading's all good, I'll pretty much scout him. If a striker, if his finishing ability and all that's all up a little bit good, then I'll keep an eye on him, sort of thing. And I just sort of keep an eye on sort of what role they're doing, how much value they're at, and I'll probably skip those on because I'm not really paying too much attention to this, and sort of go through each individual player this way rather than going through that massive list of players in Europe. Okay, you can narrow it down, but then you lose which player you've looked at, and it's just a little bit frustrating. I'd rather see a little list of like 5 or 6 players than a list of 50 players or 150 players and struggle flicking through them all and losing and then missing someone. At least this way I can sort of see who's in each team. If I think I missed someone, I'll just quickly check again. It's like, did I go past him? No, it's okay, I'll check him again quickly. And it's not like I'm going down this. If you then click on the wrong page, it's always going to, you can pretty much get back to this a lot easier. Right, so far we haven't really no one I'm sort of jumping out at me. No, they're all sort of not the best in the world at the minute. We'll see the right back, not really very good there. There are several ways different. Some people do it different ways. I do it this way. Is the way I personally like this player actually. 15, attacking mid, passing good, technique's good, determination player's good. He's not physically great, but he's 15. So I'll scout him and see what he's like. Might get a decent degree there. 14-year-old Chandler Benteke. Okay. Yeah, I'll do this for basically every league. So whatever day the regen comes in, I'll sort of flick through. Or even if I do it a few days after, I'll just keep an eye on, sort of know roughly when a lot of leagues come in. Like, let's see, he's a centre mid ball winner. Tackling good. I'll keep an eye on him. Was it Ligue? Again? Yeah. Right. Yeah, like I know England's like the 3rd, the 5th of, in between the 3rd and 8th of March. So on like the 3rd, I'll check in on them. If they've not come in, next day I'll check them, and the next day I'll check them if they've not come in. Spain, Germany, all that sort of like mid March sort of time. So I'll flick through them, sort of see. Oh, he stands out because he's got a lot more blue than everyone else. Goalkeeper, I'll scout him anyway. As a scout, you got scouts. May as well use them and do something with them. Lyon, he looks decent. We'll scout him. FC Metz seem to have a decent system. Yeah, you can do it by picking teams that have decent youth facilities, but you never know. You might miss someone who's excellent, and another team might just have an excellent day, and then just so happen what happened to his hair. More of a blob than anything. Let's get to like PSG or someone. See what they sort of got. He looks decent. Scout him. And just constantly just do this. This is what I spend like hours doing at times, just flicking through different leagues and teams, and then you can got the way of going. We'll stop at Bordeaux actually. I'll come back and do the rest sort of later on. I won't spend all time sort of flicking through these. And we're just sort of not really finding a great deal. I mean, we've got a couple. That's all we sort of want, is like a couple of players we can bring in, even if it's not the best. If you get like 3.5, 4-star ability, or even 3-star ability, anything above there, you can sort of sell for a profit later on. Give them a couple of seasons in your development team, send them out on loan, get them out there, do them that way. You can gain profit. That's another thing I look at when I buy stuff. So Bordeaux, I just need to remember that's why I stopped, but I'll come back and go through the lot again anyway, not me. In terms of scouting, the way I do it, I got players just scouting certain people at the minute, so yeah, just trying to get. But in terms of actually scouting regions, the way I personally do it is nation. Let's say I'll do South America, but let's actually do a region, because I'm South America extensive already. That's actually quite good now. That actually minimal knowledge of the Caribbean apparently. That's actually new. I've not even noticed that before. But I've done a homegrown save, so I didn't even need to do this. So I wasn't really paying attention to my own save. I sort of glazed over it. And informed Chief Scout, want 5-star ability between 15 and 17. Chiefs, where's he from? He's got quite a lot of knowledge everywhere else. We've got a Argentinian or someone. Oh, Marcelo, 17-17. He can do it. Bung it on ongoing. Start, and I'll do that through loads of different nations. If I want to scout a specific place, like Germany, I'll send one scout there. Just do Germany. He'll just give me reports on that. Something like Julian Solok is French. Okay, I thought he was German. I need to get some more scouts anyway. I think we've got a couple more, so I'll look at sort of what nations I want to scout, and I'll get a scout for all that area. Just give me knowledge there. I might even see if I can get that increased, but you never know. But that's generally the way I scout and find players. There's not really a lot of league. Oh, I can show you ones I have found in terms of other leagues so far. Let's bring this on age. I was scouting Serbia's come in, so I found this young lad. He looks half decent so far. Still trying to get the main ones that sort of jumped out to me was technique at 15 to 19. Players good. So I was just scouting to see what the rest of him is like. Matches, signing, oh, that's nothing. But he could be a quality player. Sort of seeing what he comes in. Nahu Martinez, left back. Okay, he's not got the best crossing or anything, but he can be trained as a fullback, which is good. He's already like awkward there, so we can definitely do that. His concentration is good, bravery is good, determination, teamwork, work rate are all excellent. They're sort of the roles I sort of look for in helping, sort of thing. His physicals can grow. He's only 16, which is a lot of this will still grow. Like this lot, his technical will grow in time anyway. Mentally he's good already, so I'm quite happy with that. Who else have I found? Greek player, Nikolai Felix. Again, looks pretty decent. Good determination, good technique. His first touch and finishing could be, I can't remember what I've got these set as. I think it's like 15 and above will be, if you've got 15 and above it'll be yellow. So like these, we'll know it's going to be no more than 15, but 13 and 14 is still good for his age. Same with this one. So I've got them set, which I'll show you as well, preferences. You can go through interface, skin colours, and change different attribute roles. Like excellent is 15, good is 10, average is 5. So I know if it's between 10 and 14 is going to be yellow, 15 and above is yellow, sorry. 10 to 14 is blue, and 5 to 10 is green. Anything else is pretty much blanked out. As like you see, like this one's going to be like 13 or 14 when we get another report in. So you can sort of work out roughly what they're going to be at when you're getting them. Like Paraguay, I've actually signed this guy already. Looks okay. Train him, learn him out, get him some first team football somewhere. He won't join till July anyway. For what was I signing for? 800k or something. Looks pretty decent. This is an actual player. I think that's an actual player. Yes, that's an actual player. About Gabrielli looks decent. Definitely one to look at snapping up, getting in, sending out on loan somewhere. Which is something I'll do. I'll buy in loads of players, get them in young, train them a little bit in what I want them to do, then put them out on loan either to a feeder club, which I believe in France you've got tons of affiliates, tons and tons and tons of feeder clubs, so I'm sure I can get him to go out somewhere. I'm sure we can get players to go out on loan somewhere, and with having the budget now 28 million, 21, that can be adjusted to whatever I want really. I can get all these youngsters in quite cheap as well, because you only pay a compensation of up to $1 million normally. It's never normally more than $1 million unless they're the really quality players. Let's actually have a quick look. For example, Bordeaux was where we're at anyway. How much compensation would you pay? Oh, go away. Let's pick a team that's more likely to have him. No, this is going to be annoying. Damn it. Will someone just go into a contract talk with me? I don't know. Leave. I'll continue on scouting through there. Like, that's sort of the way I do it. I will leave this episode here. Next episode, we're going to come back to do the next two games, Bordeaux and Barcelona, and I will go through 3 or 4 of the players I find. If I find some really good ones, I will bring them to your attention like first before we carry on the episode, so I can go through them. We'll go through what happened in the last episode between sort of what games we played and results. I'll show you the players we can find. If we can bring any in, even better. And I'll just let you guys know how it goes as we go on. So thanks for watching. If you found this useful, leave a comment down below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you later for the next episode, guys. So thanks for watching.